I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, isn't that? Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow.
Hello guys, this is my omelette. It's nice and brown, and I just turn off the stove. I'm just gonna cut it in like 3 pieces. 3 people could get out of this. Thanks for watching. Like and share. See you again in Angie's kitchen. Peace out. Have a blessed Wednesday or hump day. Please hit the thumbs button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace out.
But the nicest one. Yeah. This is my little friend. I'm brave.
Love will be right here. Love will be right here. Everybody could hear me? Okay, I think I could hear you now. This thing be acting stupid on me. Okay, we know it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Let me try to bring this back again. Let's see.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Dr. O'Donovan, Medicine Made Easy. In today's video, we're going to be looking at 7 different clinical signs of potential breast cancer. There's going to be lots of different clinical photos and diagrams, so please stick around to the end of the video. In this first photo that we're going to look at, the first important sign that you should be aware of is a new lump or thickened breast tissue. You can see this lady here as a potential breast lump. Now, it's important to note that not all breast lumps are cancerous. However, if you do notice a new lump or a different lump when you're checking your breasts, you should go and see your nearest healthcare provider who can do a thorough examination as well as take a history from you. The second important sign to look out for is a change in shape or size of one or either of the breasts. Now this is important because this could indicate potential breast cancer. And you may notice this more when you move your arms or when you're getting dressed. The third thing to look out for is fluid discharge from either nipple. Now in this diagram here you can see that the discharge is bloody in nature. Now it doesn't necessarily need to be bloody, so if you do notice a new discharge of any colour from the nipple and you're not breastfeeding or lactating, then you should go and see your nearest healthcare provider, who again can examine you and do a thorough history to try and investigate what the cause might be. And that's because one of the potential causes of a fluid discharge from the nipple is a potential breast cancer. And the fourth thing to look out for are changes in the armpit, especially and specifically lumps. So if you're examining your armpits and you notice a new lump there that you haven't felt before, don't hesitate to go see your doctor, who can again do a thorough examination if necessary. The fifth sign to look out for is puckering, dimpling, a rash or redness of the skin surrounding the breast tissue. So one thing that you notice here are these small little dots, and this is something known as peu d'orange. Now that's French for orange peel. And if you imagine an orange, you can imagine it looks slightly like an orange skin with these little dimplings or dots. Again, if you notice this, don't hesitate to see your nearest doctor or clinician who can assess you. The sixth sign to look out for is a rash, redness, scaling, or eczema around the nipple. This photo here demonstrates something called Paget's disease of the nipple. You can see here this sort of scaling and rash around the actual nipple itself. However, do look out for this rash, redness, scaling, or eczema in the areolar region, which is the region surrounding the actual nipple itself. And again, if you do notice anything that looks different, or you're slightly suspicious of that or worried, don't hesitate to contact your nearest healthcare provider. Finally, seventh important sign to look out for are changes of the nipple. In this photograph here, you can see inversion of the nipple. If you do notice anything like this, don't hesitate to see your nearest doctor, who, as I've mentioned before, will make sure that you're screening examination. I'd like to finish the video by mentioning that these signs, although mainly found in women, can also affect men, and that's because men can get breast cancer. If you are a man who's watching this video and you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to contact your general practitioner or family medicine doctor. I've included lots of useful links in the description box of this video, including websites discussing other signs and symptoms of breast cancer, what to do if you have any concerns, as well as information about the UK breast screening programme, which if you're eligible for it, I would strongly encourage you to take part. Thank you again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment.
You've seen all the pink ribbons for breast cancer awareness, but when it comes to your own body, are you truly aware of the possible signs and symptoms of this common cancer? In the US, breast cancer is the second most common cancer among people assigned female at birth, and one of the leading causes of death. Everyone has breast tissue, which means anyone can develop breast cancer. In fact, cisgender women are at especially high risk, as are transgender men and non-binary people who have not undergone a mastectomy. And although it's less common, people assigned male at birth can develop breast cancer too. While hereditary factors can contribute to your likelihood of getting breast cancer, the reality is that 90 to 95% of breast cancer cases are sporadic, meaning they're not related to any known genetic predisposition to the disease. So it's important that you know what kind of changes to your body might be signs of breast cancer. By performing monthly breast self-exams, you can become familiar with the normal monthly changes in your breasts and be primed to notice any worrisome changes. Make sure to do it at the same time each month. If you menstruate, you should do the self-exam 3 to 5 days after your period ends. So what are the warning signs of breast cancer? Pay attention to any new lumps or thickening of the skin on your breast or underarm. Even a lump the size of a pebble
I'm cleaning my bathroom. Don't worry about all the noise in the bathroom.
You may also feel a small hardened area under the skin. Not quite a lump, but not normal either. Be on the lookout for any changes in the general size, shape, or contour of your breasts, particularly if those changes happen on one side but not the other. And tell your doctor if you notice a change in the look or feel of the skin on the breast or nipple, like dimpled or puckered skin, redness, a scaly texture, or general inflammation. Pay attention to other changes to the nipples too, like if one nipple sinks inward, or if you notice a clear or reddish fluid discharge. If you notice one or more of these signs, schedule an appointment to talk to your doctor. Keep in mind that most lumps and abnormalities aren't cancer, but it's important to get checked out. Doing regular breast self-exams is a great way to maintain breast health and detect cancer early, when it's easier to treat and more likely to be cured. So think pink and get to know your breast. Self-exams are an act of self-care, and they just might save your life.
In the United States, 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer, and it is by far the most common cancer in women around the world. However, only 65% of women over the age of 40 will get mammograms on a regular basis. Mammograms miss 15% of cases. Up to 40% of breast cancer cases are not found by mammogram, but rather by someone themselves. And over 12,000 women in the United States under the age of 40 are diagnosed with breast cancer each year, with 80% or more of that group finding breast cancer themselves. Men also get breast cancer and they do not get routine mammograms. So all of this means that understanding the signs and symptoms of breast cancer and knowing what to look and feel for are critical in finding the breast cancer early before it spreads or progresses. My name is Kelly and I'm an oncology, lymphedema, and women's health physical therapist. And on this channel, I share videos on tips and tricks on how to manage your symptoms from cancer or lymphedema. So be sure to subscribe below for more videos. In this video, I'm going to share and teach you the 12 signs and symptoms of breast cancer. Monitor for these 12 signs and symptoms on your self-breast exams that you should be doing monthly. It's best to complete these exams laying down or standing in front of a mirror with your arms above your head. If you notice any of these signs or other changes not related to menstruation, pregnancy, hormones, or other medical reasons, be sure to reach out to your doctor. A thickened area of your breast. This density can be a normal sign of menstruation or breastfeeding, but if it worsens or doesn't go away, it can be a sign of breast cancer. A sunken or inverted nipple. For some, inverted nipples are a normal shape of the breast, but for those that it's new, the tumor can pull the nipple inward, flatten it, or cause it to sink in. A dimple. If there's a dimple or ridge in your skin that is not caused by a seam or tight clothing, it can be due to the tumor pulling the skin inward. This is best felt with your arms overhead. This will create a divot or a dimple-like shape, and if it doesn't go away or worsens, be sure to reach out to your doctor. A change in the breast shape or size. It's extremely common for women to have different size shape or breast from the left compared to the right. And breastfeeding and menstruation can cause further fluctuations. But if your size or shape change does not connect to these issues, then you want to follow up with your doctor. Nipple changes or scabs. If you see a scab-like area that is white or red over the nipple area that's not related to anything like breastfeeding, be sure to reach out to your doctor. A hard lump or bump. This is the most common sign of breast cancer. Lumps in the breast are very common and may be a sign of natural breast tissue. They may also be something like a cyst or a benign lump. But this is why it's important to do a monthly self-breast exam, because you will get to know your breast and know what lumps are you and what lumps may be new or growing. If you have any hard lumps that are new, growing, or don't move very well, you want to be sure to reach out to your doctor for further assessment of these lumps. Red or hot swollen breast. This is a common sign of infection such as in mastitis from breastfeeding or from other skin changes such as eczema. However, breast cancer can stop the flow of lymphatic fluid, which may change the color of the breast. If you have any signs of infection or unknown reasons for this, be sure to talk to your doctor. A growing or enlarged vein on the breast. Veins can show up for circulatory issues, breastfeeding, or weight changes. However, if a vein becomes enlarged with other signs such as redness or swelling, it may be a sign of breast cancer. Sores on your skin. Breast cancer can cause tissue changes from the inside out and can cause sores or wounds on the breast. You may also feel a lump with the sore. If you have no known reason for a sore, this could be a sign of breast cancer. Also known as podorange, when the skin of your breast appears dimpled, similar to how a peel of an orange looks, this can be a sign of breast cancer. It's caused by swelling of the breast, which makes the hair follicles appear dimpled on the skin. Unexpected nipple discharge. Discharge is commonly related to developing breasts, infection, cysts, pregnancy, and breastfeeding. But if any of these common issues are not the cause, then it can be a sign of breast cancer. Itching of the breast. Itching can be a normal sign of skin changes, dryness, or even lotions or body washes that cause irritation. But if it doesn't go away with product changes or skincare, it may be a sign of breast cancer. So those are the 12 main signs and symptoms of breast cancer. Breast cancer can happen to both women and men at any age. So don't only wait for your mammogram. Be sure to get to know your breasts and your tissues so you can monitor for these signs and symptoms that we spoke about, because catching the cancer early is extremely important. If you found this video helpful, please let me know by pressing the like button, and I'll see you all next week for another video. Thanks, everyone.
Hey, Dr. Amy here, and in this video, I'm showing you 14 foods that lower your risk of breast cancer. If you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, or if you're at high risk of developing breast cancer, then you're gonna wanna know about these 14 foods. Your food matters. You can use your food to either fuel your cancer or fight your cancer. You get to decide. Now, of course, you cannot 100% guarantee that you'll never be diagnosed with breast cancer, or that you'll never have a breast cancer recurrence. But you can lower your risk. So if you're the type of person who wants to do absolutely everything in your power to make sure that cancer never comes back, then you need to start with these 14 foods today. The evidence is really clear. There's a definite path to follow in terms of nutrition. But still, oncologists and doctors say,
don't worry about it. Just eat whatever you want.
This is no longer adequate in terms of supporting breast cancer survivors or reducing your risk of cancer. So let's dive in, starting with number 1, mushrooms. Certain types of mushrooms have been studied for their potential to have anti-cancer properties. These mushrooms contain compounds that have beta-glucan and polysaccharides, which have been shown to reduce inflammation and fight off cancer cells. Add mushrooms into your meals by sauteing them as a side dish, or add them into your soups or to your sauces, or you can include them as an alternative to meat. Mushrooms are commonly underused by cancer survivors, and this is a great option to start adding into your nutrition today. The second food that you need to include is flaxseed. Flaxseed is rich in ligands, which is a plant compound that has estrogen-like properties. Now, if you're a breast cancer survivor with hormone-positive breast cancer, then some serious red flags are probably going up for you right now. Why would you want to eat foods that have compounds that are like estrogen? That's actually the opposite of what you're trying to do with your long-term treatment and your anti-hormonal therapy. Many women who work with me in the Cancer Freedom Program come to me with this exact same concern. But these compounds do not raise the estrogen in your body. They actually do the opposite. These ligands may actually suppress or block the estrogen in your body, which has been linked to these types of breast cancer. Not only does that make it a safe option for breast cancer survivors, it makes it an option which you must add. So start adding flaxseed to your diet today. It's great to use it to top off cereal. Flaxseed also contains omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, and antioxidants. You can add it to your smoothies, your yogurt, your oatmeal, or it can be used as an egg substitute when you're baking. But on to the next food that lowers your risk of breast cancer. Berries. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Berries are a great option to lower your risk of cancer. Let me tell you why. Berries are not only delicious, but they're packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and fiber. They've been shown to offer protection for various types of cancer, including breast cancer. Berries like blueberries, raspberries, or blackberries are known for having phytochemicals which help fight off free radicals and lower your risk of cancer. Enjoy a handful of fresh berries as a snack or add them to your yogurt, your cereal, or your smoothies. Sticking with fruit, here is the next food to help you fight off breast cancer. Citrus fruit. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and limes are high in vitamin C. This antioxidant supports the immune system and helps lower your risk of cancer. Citrus fruits also contain other beneficial compounds like flavonoids, which have been shown to lower your risk of cancer. You can enjoy citrus fruits by just having them as a snack or adding the juice into your water or into salad dressing. Citrus fruit was something I found so satisfying when I personally was in cancer treatment. Many cancer survivors struggle with a metallic taste in your mouth. Even the taste of water can be off-putting, but orange or lemon water can get rid of this gross taste in your mouth during cancer treatment. Now, if you're a breast cancer survivor, you should know that grapefruit might not be the best option for you. This fruit can actually interact with tamoxifen, making the tamoxifen less effective. If you're on tamoxifen, then you'll want to avoid both grapefruit and grapefruit juice. But if you're on an aromatase inhibitor like a anastrozole, letrozole, or exemestane, then grapefruit is completely and totally safe. But back to tamoxifen, and if you're on tamoxifen, then you're going to want to avoid this next food, but only in supplement form. It's safe to include in your diet as a cancer survivor, even while on tamoxifen. Turmeric. Turmeric is a vibrant yellow spice that's commonly used in Indian cuisine. It contains a powerful compound called curcumin. Curcumin has been extensively studied for its powerful anti-inflammatory properties. It's been shown to be helpful in reducing the growth of breast cancer cells and inhibiting tumor development. You can incorporate turmeric into your diet by adding it into stir fries, into soups, or even into smoothies. But also keep in mind that curcumin's bioavailability is actually enhanced when you eat it with black pepper or with healthy fats. Now, on to the next food to include, and that's onions or leeks. Onions or leeks belong to the allium family of vegetables, which also includes garlic. They contain sulfur compounds and flavonoids, which have been shown to lower the risk of breast cancer. Adding chopped onions or leeks to your soups, your stir fries, not only tastes good, but it's going to help you fight off cancer cells. And the next food that's up, well, I already gave you a hint about this one, but it's garlic. Garlic not only tastes great in your food, but it also contains organosulfur compounds, which has been shown to reduce several types of cancer, including breast cancer. These compounds have been shown to have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, which actually helps to repair cell damage and protect you from cancer. Including garlic in your diet can be a flavorful way to protect you against breast cancer. You can add minced garlic to your stir fries or to your soups to give you that extra protection. And the next food to eat to help protect you against breast cancer is seaweed. Seaweed, such as nori or kelp, is a nutrient-dense food that has antioxidants, minerals, and iodine. It contains a compound which has shown potential in inhibiting cancer cells. You can incorporate seaweed into your diet by using it as a wrap for your sushi or just by eating it as a snack. That brings me to the next food to help you fight off breast cancer. Cruciferous vegetables. Broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, cabbage. These vegetables all contain glycosinolates. They're high in fiber, vitamins, minerals, which have all been shown to lower your risk of breast cancer. Glycosinolates can be converted into anti-cancer compounds, which can actually detoxify you of harmful substances. It can reduce inflammation, inhibit tumor growth, and help prevent cancer. Try steaming or sauteing these vegetables to help preserve the nutrients within them. But we know that diets that are plant-forward, meaning that the majority of what you eat is actually from plants. Well, that is the best diet to help lower your risk of breast cancer. So the next food to fight off cancer, well, it needs to include more of that, and that's leafy green vegetables. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, or collard greens, well, they're packed with nutrients, antioxidants, and fiber, all which will help prevent breast cancer. These vegetables contain folate, which is a B vitamin that plays a critical role in DNA synthesis and repair. Including leafy green veggies in your diet can reduce your risk of breast cancer. Enjoy them in salads, add them to smoothies, or cook them down and eat them with eggs. Okay, but the next food to lower your risk of breast cancer, well, this is a good one, especially if you're struggling with a low appetite. Nuts and seeds. Almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, pumpkin seeds are all an excellent choice. These nuts and seeds contain ligands and omega-3 fatty acids. Both have been shown to reduce the risk of breast cancer. Snack on a handful of nuts or sprinkle them on top of a salad or oatmeal or a bowl of yogurt. But the key here is to stick to a small serving. You do not want to overeat on nuts and seeds, but by sticking to a small amount, you can actually reduce your risk of breast cancer. The next breast cancer fighting food is beans and legumes. This is a terrific cancer fighting food, and hardly anyone is using them in their diet. Beans and legumes are things like lentils, chickpeas, black beans. They're an excellent source of plant-based protein, fiber, and cancer fighting compounds. These foods are also low in fat and high in antioxidants, which can also help you prevent breast cancer. You can incorporate them into your diet by adding them into soups or stews, or using them to make a plant-forward burger. A breast cancer survivor that I work with in the Cancer Freedom Program really struggled to include more beans and legumes in her nutrition. She always thought that she disliked them, but she knew they would lower her risk of cancer. So we got creative. We made hummus and we added it to her sandwiches. We put them in the air fryer and popped them up, which made a great salad topping. Or we included refried beans on tacos. After trying some options, she was able to include beans and legumes more significantly in her diet, and her fiber went up. All of this is actually actively lowering her risk of breast cancer. If you want to start to make strategic changes to lower your risk of breast cancer, then you need to get your free copy of 15 simple cancer recovery recipes for women. You can get your free copy right now. I'll put the link below so you can get yours. But the next food to include is pomegranates. Pomegranates are packed with antioxidants, which have been shown to lower your risk of breast cancer. Studies on pomegranate extract have been shown to inhibit the growth of breast cancer cells and help prevent breast cancer. You can eat pomegranate seeds as a snack or add them to a salad, or even drink it just as a juice with no sugar added. And that actually brings me to the last food to lower your risk of breast cancer: carrots. Carrots are an excellent source of beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A. Beta-carotene has been associated with reducing the risk of breast cancer. Carrots also provide dietary fiber and other beneficial compounds, which are great for overall health. You can just eat them raw as a snack, or even include them in a soup or a stew. Okay, but now that you know which foods to include to lower your risk of breast cancer, you now need to know which foods to avoid. That's exactly why I'm linking up this next video here on foods that fuel cancer. Click the link here. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, Dr. Amy.
Okay, we take a quick break. I'm cleaning my bathroom. Let me rinse. I get the next video in a few minutes. You gotta know what to eat Breast cancer is no joke. No cancer is joke. So get checked out early, do your self-examination as the lady said. Men and women, you get breast cancer.
can you eat? It don't matter if you gender, transgender, regular, you can get it. So, self-examination, all that stuff. I'm feeling my bathroom. I'm washing my tub. I'm washing my tub. In a dubby. No, me got the clean tub. Really rubber dub. And that. Rubber dub in a tub. I'm a rubber dub in a tub. I'm the rubber dub in the tub. Never get a clean sink, a clean toilet, and a clean towel. Let me play the next video. My phone close out. Cancer dies when you eat 12. When you eat these 12.
Here and in this video, I'm showing you 12 foods that help cancer cells die. You do not want to miss out on these foods that could keep you cancer-free. The food you eat matters. Whether you've just been diagnosed with cancer, years out from your cancer treatment, or even if you're high risk of developing cancer, we know that food matters when it comes to cancer. You can either fuel your cancer through your food or use your food to help fight against cancer. You need to get started with these foods right away. Starting with number 1, berries. Berries have long been established to protect against a variety of cancers. They're rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and fiber. It's the higher level of antioxidants and fiber in berries that truly lower your risk of cancer. This is the first change that I make for women that work with me in the Cancer Freedom Program. It's so simple and it makes a big impact. If you're at a high risk of developing cancer, or if you want to prevent a cancer recurrence, then start including more berries right away. A mistake that a lot of cancer survivors make is that they search for one single food that will cure cancer. But this is a completely wrong approach. A lot of cancer survivors will start including things like mushroom coffee or soursop because they think that that's going to make the difference in keeping them cancer free. And while these things might help, it's just not the whole picture in keeping yourself healthy, strong, and free of cancer. There is no one magical food that's going to solve this problem. It just doesn't exist. What is far more important is the combination of foods that you eat together. Your overall nutrition and diet is what has the potential to lower your risk of cancer. It's using a combination of foods together that can effectively lower your risk. A great place to start is with berries. Include more blueberries, blackberries, or raspberries in your nutrition. Of course, if you can eat them fresh, then that is best. But they're also really delicious frozen. That's a great option as well. That leads me to the second food that will help keep you cancer-free: citrus fruits. As a cancer survivor, we know that your body has been under oxidative stress for a very long time. Before you even
Come on, leave it. I need to call someone. I need to call using the phone. Pick up Brad. Grab my phone. Good. Hold on, let me click to this phone. Good. 12 foods. Is it 12 foods to eat? But what about those that's cancer? This is when I was just saying something. Isn't this the same thing the other lady just said about what to eat? The foods to avoid, breast cancer food to avoid. You want a video on that? Okay, this one.
Focus on schoolwork? This app is perfect for you. It's called Goth. Take a picture of your homework and it gives you
Dr. Nisha, could you please tell me some foods to eat and avoid to prevent breast cancer? I guess this is one of the most important questions that one can ask regarding breast cancers. The food that we eat and the amount of activity that we do in a day's time are the most important things that will dictate not only our general well-being, but also the diseases like cardiovascular diseases and also our risk towards having any type of cancer, not only breast cancers. Of course, there is no one miracle food that is available that that will prevent or give you a complete protection against cancer. It is the balanced diet with the right amount of carbohydrates, proteins, the micronutrients, the vitamins and minerals, and also the fats that makes sure that you have lesser and lesser risk for cancer. Rather than naming what foods one should take and what one should avoid, I would like to enumerate some of the rules of the thumb that can be followed in order to prevent cancers. Number one is that we should stick to unprocessed or the whole foods rather than processed food. So rice, wheat, barley, ragi, etc. scores big time over the processed food like maida. Number two is that please don't get carried away by fads. The food industry is a confused industry. Today they will say that you need to take coconut oil, a lot of coconut oil to prevent this and that, and tomorrow it will be peanut oil. So what I feel is that don't go by something is better than other. We should always go for moderation and stick to basics. Wherein we should reduce the fat consumption in general to reduce the risk of cancer. Increasing the fiber content of the food is hugely beneficial in order to prevent cancer. And when I say fiber-rich food, I mean fruits and the vegetables like carrots and all the salad vegetables and the whole grains, which is high in fiber. These are the stuff that can actually prevent not only breast cancer but also other cancers like colon cancers. Coming to green leafy vegetables like palak and methi, not only are they rich in fibers, but they also provide the necessary micronutrients and macronutrients. Fruits are generally packed with vitamins and micronutrients, and if you have different kinds of fruit, I wouldn't say exotic and costly fruit, but if we stick to the seasonal fruits, then we can make sure that we are getting our daily dose of vitamins. We in India have a lower incidence of breast cancer as compared to our Western counterparts. Sadly, the statistics is changing with more and more breast cancer being reported from our country as well. And this is probably because our lifestyle is turning more and more towards the West. We are starting to live a more westernized life, and probably that is why this shift in the statistics. By Western diet, I mean to say the consumption of more of the burgers and more of the pizzas and aerated soft drinks that is very high on the sugar content. And these are one of the primary reasons for the increased risk for cancers. So, keeping the junk food to minimum also reduces the risk of breast cancers. Alcohol and smoking has also been shown to be directly related to the risk for breast cancer. It is said that the more colorful the plate is, the better. What I mean to say is that we should be having a healthy, balanced diet in the right amount with everything in our plate, not only the rice or the chapatis, but also the dals and the fruits and the vegetables. And that is how we can make sure that we are leading a healthy life and a life with a reduced risk for cancer. Of course, there are no guarantees, but This can reduce your risk for cancer. Hi, Mom. Thanks again for sending me the money so I can buy this slow cooker. Remitly made it easy to send money to your account. Now you can make caldo de res anytime you're homesick. It's good, but not like yours. Well, we can't all be perfect. Shall we? Remitly helps you be there even when you can't. QuickBooks mobile app. Simply snap photos of receipts.
Anyway, guys, baby, remember it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we should only be interested in it only when the month come around. Should be interested in it all year round. Ladies, men, do self-examination. I'm gonna go take a shower. So I'm gonna maybe leave the live running, just mute it, put the music back on. I'm gonna go take a shower, the bathroom clean. They run it for a little bit more. I'm gonna mute it.